Using banners on your church's website is a great way to present time-sensitive information, and the great news is banners work on any website where the launcher is installed. No extra code or complicated tools. So if you have the launcher installed on your site, banners will automatically work. If you don't have the Next Steps launcher yet, be sure to check that out and start getting it set up at nucleus.church/free. Now, let's dive into banners. First, what is a banner? Well, simply put, a banner is a great way to communicate important announcements to your congregation. So let's say you had a really bad storm Saturday night, a bunch of trees fall down in your parking lot, and you need to cancel services. You can create a banner that appears at the top of your site that draws attention to this urgent, time-sensitive news. What's important to consider is that because of the prime real estate that banners occupy on your site, they should be reserved for the most time-sensitive and important next steps in your church. With banners, you've got two different styles that you can utilize: announcement style and notification style. Announcement style banners load at the very top of your site above all the other content on the page. Think of it as kind of pushing your site content down just to make a bit of room for itself. Notification style banners, on the other hand, will enter your site similar to a notification on your phone, animating in and overlaying the main content just a bit at the top of the page. Banners in Nucleus are unlimited, which means that you can have more than one banner in each style live on your website at any time. If you have more than one banner of either style live at any time, they automatically stack elegantly per style to cycle through so people don't get overwhelmed with banners filling up their screen. And just a quick note here about unlimited banners: with great power comes great responsibility. So if you use too many banners, people are probably going to get annoyed. So be careful and use them sparingly to really draw attention to critical announcements, or perhaps to send a friendly welcome notification to visitors of your site to say hello and offer to answer any questions about your church. Another great thing about banners is that they can be created, drafted, set live immediately, or scheduled. You can schedule banners to go up and come down at certain dates and times, which saves all of us from being embarrassed by old information still displaying, and eliminates confusion from website visitors by making sure they only ever see timely, relevant content. You can even set banners to display weekly on a certain schedule, which is perfect for churches since we work on more weekly rhythms. All banners can have an emoji, headline, body, and an action button if you like. The only requirement, though, is the headline text. Otherwise, mix and match as you see fit for your needs. Now let's dive into a quick example of how to create a banner from scratch. From your dashboard, head to Next Steps, then Banners. You'll see two tabs: Inline, which is the announcement style banners, and Floating, which is the notification style banners. To build a new banner, click the Add New button on the page for the style of banner that you want. Here is where you can create the banner. Add a name. For our example, we'll use Services Canceled since there was that recent storm. We'll choose an emoji. The storm cloud is fitting here. And then a headline. Here you could write something like, "Attention, services canceled." You could then add a brief description. So something like, "No services this Sunday due to the big storm. We will be live streaming." And then you can add an action to an announcement. That's right from the announcement, someone can click a button to jump to your church's live stream page in this case. In this example, your action would be a URL. So just paste the URL where the live stream will happen, create the button text, and boom, a simple and quick next step for someone to take to join your church for a worship service. And the best part is, again, you can schedule this announcement to appear at a certain time and come down at a certain time. So no more remembering to take down a critical announcement, leaving it up too long, confusing your church. So for our example, we want this to come down after service on Sunday. So we'll enter an end date and time for this Sunday at 11 a.m., let's say, once service ends. And that's it. Hit save and you're all set. One final important thing to keep in mind regarding banners. With inline style banners, we give you the option to control whether a user can close the announcement, effectively removing it from their screen. For our example, you might not want people to be able to dismiss it, as it's a very important reminder. But you don't have that option with a floating style banner, since notification style banners overlay your site content just a bit. So the close button always needs to be there so someone can dismiss it and access anything behind the banner. If someone closes a banner, it won't show back up on their screen until about 5 days later if the banner is still set to being live. If someone interacts with the banner, meaning they clicked on the action button, the banner will reappear after about 3 days. And this type of logic and timing has been tested and found to be just about the right amount of time so people aren't annoyed and frustrated by something reappearing when they wanted it out of the way. In other words, it's optimized to not force too many notifications on users while still keeping the information accessible. And if you add new banners, don't worry, those will display to the person even if they dismissed a different banner to make sure they see the new notification or announcement you have for them. And that's it. Banners are a super powerful way to grab attention and lead people to taking a next step with your church, whether it's joining for live streaming, signing up for an event, or literally anything else. Enjoy.